Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over Odin the Allfather from Marvel Legends. Before we begin, leave a like, hit subscribe, and comment below your favorite figure in this review. It really helps out the channel. Now let's get to it. Odin's head sculpt is nice. I do like the wrinkles on his face, and there's some slight weathering to at least some wash by his cheeks. He has some really deep wrinkles and scars, crow's feet, which we'll go over later, as well as his forehead, and his eye has a little eye patch on it with a little runic symbol, and the other eye looks amazing. I love this. Probably the best eye in Marvel. But what Thor says, Odin's beard, is an awesome thing here. I love how this piece looks. It has a little bit of wash and looks so nice, and the curls, the mustache are very good. Even the tiny peak out of his mouth looks awesome, kind of like a tongue sticking out. Now I can't unsee it. It's pretty funny. I love how this works too. It's kind of round, but not really scraggly. And the hair looks nice as well. I like the wash on this too, even though there's some mold mismarkings over here too. It does look nice though. The ears are there. They're kind of a little tiny bit peeking out through that. There's a little more on that one. And going back to his flowing mane of hair, looks awesome. There is kind of a part over here, which there wasn't. It looks kind of action figure-y and not that great, but the wash here is pretty solid on this. And going all the way back around, there is some kind of mess-ups with the wash on that. But for articulation, we have a swivel kind of left and right. The hair does come off a little bit too, as well as up. Not really that. Oh wow, it's a lot. And the hair does suffer for this crime of moving the head, so keeping it in one spot is at best. He can't really move it any down or shift it that much. It's fair at best, I think. Don't get me wrong, I really love this head sculpt. I just wish it was better integrated into, everything at least, especially the hair. It's kind of not really fitting that well over here and kind of distracting. Sectioning the body off here, we do have this long pelt coming off of his shoulders, looking amazing here. I love the detail in this. It's so awesome. There isn't much wash or anything, but it does look very nice, and I like this piece a lot. It's really good, and I think you can take it off. I'm not really sure, but it rests well on his shoulders. I swear I've seen this symbol before, probably in the Marvel movies or something, like Selvig or whatever his name is, draws it in like the sand or whatever, or in like some kind of temple. It's pretty cool. It's etched really nicely with this blue chain over here, matching the blue of his arms at least, and the gold matches the gold on his shoulder pads. And I just love this kind of copper, almost like coins or pennies making up his armor. It's all very well done. And going to the back, we do have some leather going over here, and it looks really nice, even peeking underneath the curtain over here, looking wonderful with that gold. And the leather is amazing. I love how that looks. With the blue chain wrapping around, it is a separate part. You can wiggle around and move it, but it kind of stays put a little bit attached to his chest. It looks really nice, though, I gotta say. Moving this down, even better so. The shoulder pads look great. Nicks, scars, what have you. Rivets. I love rivets. They're really cool and just awesome looking on both sides too. I like the coloration as well. Very bronze, not quite matching this, but pretty close. And the body only has one articulation point at the bottom of the waist. It does swivel around, move all the way around. It's pretty good for a figure of this size and is very nice. The hair keeps coming off on me. It's weird. The arms are sectioned off kind of like metallic blue, looking really great over here, as well as these scarred, pitted, cannonballs and spears and daggers and whatnot into this thing. It's great. I love the wear and tear detail on this piece, and especially these little bones sticking out, or fangs, or teeth, or horns, what have you. They look amazing. It adds a little bit of more realism to this piece. And the hands are your standard gripping stuff hands. They look wonderful, though. Shiny gold. I wish they were a little more pitted or something, but they're fine. And similar on the other side, I think we have different types of scars and pits on these that are just so great and give it a little more oomph to the realism of this. I just wish this is a little more pitted, though. It's fine, I guess. And for the arms, you do get up all the way around pretty much. The kind of piece up here really gets in the way, though, and this doesn't really move as much as I thought it would. You really kind of put everything back to get him to do a full rotation. Then it goes up this far, down this far, and you get a swivel over here, as well as a swivel here too, with a single jointed elbow that doesn't want to work that well, but doesn't go up that far either. And you get a swivel and then a gun-toting hinge up and down this way, and then the same for the other side, just mirrored. It's fine and works out pretty well for a figure of this size. And going over the ornate world champion type belt, I'm not sure what we have here, but it looks cool. It looks like a Hydra. I'm not really sure. I do like how everything spikes out, though. It's neat. We almost have like a bat right over here, and a lot of little leather pieces over here, as well as gold going on. And on the back, the leather looks really nice as well, going to this back part that really should be painted, honestly. I'm kind of upset this wasn't painted. That's a bummer. Putting the detail in would have been great. You did that up here on this piece, and this piece should be done too, but yeah, missed opportunity. Really bad, honestly. Bad, Hasbro, bad. And coming onto the legs themselves, similar to the arms, but way shinier and way better looking. Also, these are some big spikes in the knees. He's awesome in this regard. We have some great pieces for that look awesome. And then the boots look really awesome over here, scarred and pitted like basically everything else. We even have those bones going along the side very nicely. We also have some more chainmail going over here that's really great. And the backs of the knees are basically, you know, that blue again. I'm impressed by the attention to detail with the sculpting, but the paint really needed a little touch up on the back. Just saying, that would have made this figure like just so amazing. And for articulation, we do have out this far, pretty nice, and then in, it is hindered by this sort of skirt piece going up this far and back and all the way back this far. It's very difficult, but I think I got it. Yeah, it's okay. And you get a swivel up here as well as no boot swivel. That's kind of a shame. Then down that far and up that far. That's kind of, oh, it can go farther. That's cool. And then you get a pivot over here with two bagels upon the feet. But where is a king without his crown? Find out right after this. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and hit the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. I've honestly never really used this hair piece that much, so taking it off is just fine, and crowning him will be a great achievement for my channel. Placing this crown, probably one of my more favorite ones. I love how this one looks. It's very compact and super nice, and I also love the bone motif we have keep going. It works out really well with this and looks super nice all the way around. I love the little rings on here. I wonder what they mean, and also the little black pieces on the rings, keeping them steady on there, as well as the ornate parts going up this sort of like spine of this, if you will, as well as along the back. It looks so nice on him. It's just great. Accentuates the brow too. But this crown is, I think, what people will be using a lot, especially with a different piece that I'll show off in a minute. I do love how it looks very angelic and super rammy too. We have like really curved horns over here. We kind of like wings of an angel over here. We also have some kind of runic symbol, as well as an eagle or a vulture or a raven. It's a raven. I know it's a raven. I just realized that. And short hair too on the back. It's such a nicely detailed piece that deserves a different piece as well to add to the angelic vibe of this kind of thing. Let's go to it. Taking off the headpiece as well as the shoulder piece allows us to put on the knees and toes piece. No, we actually could put on this really nicely done cape thing over here. Just position it on his shoulders and those pieces, and then you want to attach the two tabs of his sort of shoulder piece on here, then add the crown, and while it is hard to see because of his frame, moving it outwards looks very nice, and he looks very regal with it. It looks kind of better from the back too. I do wish it kind of spread out more, but it's nice for what it is, and I'm glad they gave it to us, honestly. I'm usually not a fan of cloth capes. Again, I do like this, and I appreciate the ability to take it off easily. It looks wonderful on him, especially with this helmet, but I won't be using this helmet, so I'll keep this for later on. Odin also comes with a pair of ravens, Hugin and Munin, meaning thought and memory, or either or. In any case, they look really nice and add to the character a lot. We've seen these crows before with Thor, and now we see them with Odin. They're awesome. Odin also comes with the Allfather sword, and it looks amazing in his hand. I love the hilt in it. It's so nice with the blue as well as the gold and the bronze, and the blade is amazing too. It fits really great in his hand also. It's wonderful. Odin also comes with this Allfather staff that isn't the correct gold that is the rest of his body, but it looks really nice and fits super well in his hand. We've seen this thing before, and it looks really cool. I just love this piece. Odin also comes with two spare hands, a fist hand for punching that you can swivel and then hinge pretty well, as well as a gripping hand that looks really nice, and they're both super cool. And all kitted out with his ravens by his side, Odin is ready for battle. Odin stands at about 7 3/4 to 8 inches tall or so, while his ravens stand at about 2 inches tall and 1 3/4 inches tall or so, while his horns are about 1 1/4 to 1 3/4 inches tall or so, respectively. Here's Odin next to Thor and Loki, and they look pretty much in scale. I like how short Loki is. Honestly, we need a deluxe of him or something, maybe maximum. Here's Odin next to Lady Loki, the Enchantress, and Gore, looking awesome next to them. They're so cool, especially Gore. I love this dude. And here's Odin next to some Avengers like Captain America, Iron Man, and the Hulk, who's a little bit bigger than him, honestly. That's pretty cool. Who would win in the fight? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Overall, this Odin figure is so Raven. Odin has an amazing sculpt, detail, and paint that are basically unmatched by all other Marvel Legends. This figure is a marvel, I gotta say. The attention to detail, care, and love put in this figure, at least on the front, I have to say, is phenomenal. I do wish they painted the back. They would have made this perfect. The accessories are on point, the different helmets are on point for different looks, and the cape is a great bonus they throw in that just looks phenomenal on the character. I also love how much mixing and matching you can do with this figure. It's almost like kit bashing itself. It's wonderful and brings me back to a time where I could choose how this figure looked instead of what was given to me. So if you're a fan of Marvel Legends, Asgardians, or the King of Asgard himself, Odin, then you'll love this figure, absolutely. It's basically a must-buy. I would highly recommend getting this Odin, whether it be starting or completing your Asgard Marvel collection. But make no mistake, by Odin's beard is this figure amazing, one of the best Marvel Legends has ever done. So who was your favorite Asgardian? Thor, Loki, Frigga, Odin? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.